Hi Aries, how are we today? Okay, so today we're just going to be doing our love reading for the week there, and we are going to be looking at your person this week. What I will be doing is splitting the reading into two sort of sections. Okay, so the first section we're going to be looking at is sort of what's going on in like the 5D in your person's heart and soul energy there. And then the second section we'll be looking more at what's going on in reality. Okay, we do sometimes see a bit of a difference between the two. So what we are sort of looking for is that, that smoothness of what's going on behind the scenes coming through into reality for you guys as well. But firstly, we're going to get started straight into your person's energy today. So uh, Aries, your person, their thoughts, feelings and intentions towards Aries today. I am using the Green Glyphs Lenormand for this section. I do also have an oracle deck for each section as well. For the other section, I will be using the Lenormand of Japan deck there. Okay, but like I said, looking into the two different sections there, and then at the end I'll come back through and get some advice for you yourself on this energy. So firstly, looking at your person's energy. So Aries, your person's thoughts, feelings and intentions towards you, please. And I'll grab that oracle. So Aries, the person, love energy, the 5D, please. Person for Aries. Okay, so their thoughts are currently on the garden. So the garden is all about sort of like meetings and so those more social events. So their thoughts are currently either on meeting up with you, or they're spending time with friends, trying to spend a bit more time on a more social sphere. Maybe we all know that when we do hang out with our friends, we do sort of get advice and support from friendships and those sorts of things. But it can also talk about, thinking about invitations, proposals, those types of things. But really, it's sort of vibing today as that they just want to see you. That's kind of how that feels to me at the moment. They just want to meet up and see you. Especially when we do come into your person's feelings there, we do have the heart coming out strong there in the feelings. So, they really are in their feelings at the moment when it comes to this connection. Obviously, coming from a very loving energy when they are, thinking about wanting to see you. And, the garden is quite restful and positive as well. So, maybe they do just want to spend some quiet time just in your presence, spending some time with you in that sort of just sweet, loving type energy at the moment, Aries. So that's absolutely exactly what we sort of want to see when it does come to a person's feelings towards us. We do want to see that they are that their loving energy is coming from this lovely, loving place. So we definitely have that there, and the heart does talk about having that strong sense of romance and all that sort of stuff as well. So that's lovely there. But your person's intentions towards you, Aries, we have the gentleman card popping out there. Okay, and I don't like to genderize the people cards there, but we do find that can be like a more controlling, dominative type energy as opposed to the feminine energy. So their intentions are either sort of looking at being more dominative when it comes to this connection, taking a bit of control, intending to take a little bit more control when it comes to the connection, or when it comes to you yourself wanting to, just be a little bit more domineering over what's sort of going on there. But it also can talk about, whoever the masculine is in the connection there, that their intentions are to let the masculine take control. So, you know, if they already are quite a domineering person, maybe that they're actually asking for you to take that role as being the more masculine dominating side of the connection there. So however that sort of resonates specifically for your situation is going to probably be a little bit different for everybody. But it can also talk about, you know, like important male type roles in their life as well. So they that could actually be something like a father figure and wanting you to meet their dad or something like that. You know, it can be quite literal in that sense as well. So, you know, if that's on the cards for you guys, you're obviously going to have an idea of if your person is coming to you and saying, look, I kind of really want you to meet my father or something like that. You know, you're going to know that that's definitely what that's all about. But otherwise it can be talking a little bit about that sort of power dynamic between the two of you. And I feel like their intentions are to, you know, let this masculine be the leading guide for the connection. So whichever one of you is the masculine energy within the connection, you know, whether that is you, Aries, or whether that is them, it's sort of talking about letting that person take the reins for a little while there, I feel. But we also are seeing that with that oracle card, we are seeing the mask coming through there. So that does say that, you know, not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, and deluding and gaslighting. So it can be a little bit of that sort of energy where, you know, they can be sort of slipping over a little bit into a more controlling aspect as well, or feeling like they're being a little bit controlled. But I don't actually really read it as that, you know, that negative, to be honest. The masking card, I do find that, you know, it's just more about not necessarily letting these true feelings out for some particular reason. They are, especially with the man card there as well, they are in like quite strong control of what they're actually showing to you, for whatever reason that might be. You know, maybe it's you know, a vulnerability, that they feel that feelings are a vulnerability, or something else going on there as well. But I don't actually feel, you know, that sort of negative energy coming from that. I just feel that that's more along the lines of, yeah, just masking how they really feel. A lot of the time when people mask their true feelings, it is more about, you know, protecting themselves and you know, protecting themselves from hurt that they've experienced in the past when they've shown too much of themselves. So, you know, however that resonates for you, you're probably going to know a lot better than I am. It can sort of swing a few different ways, that mask energy there. But we'll sort of have a look and see what's matching up with the reality of the situation. So like in the physical world. So that's what's going on under the surface with your person. So what's actually going on in the reality of this connection, please? Okay, and will your person be taking any actions towards you? Will your person be taking any actions towards you today, Aries? Well, not today, but like in the near future. Sorry. Just a turn of phrase there, I suppose. Will Aries person be taking action towards Aries? Physical world action, please. Okay, so we're seeing here, and I do recall, I'm pretty sure one of the other signs did actually get these same cards for what's going on in the physical world. So you might want to check your moon sign or your person's sign as well. But we've got the woman and the cross there. Okay, so we are seeing the masculine and the feminine energy coming on through, you know, so I do feel that this is kind of what's going on is, I'm feeling that your person may actually be this feminine energy and you may actually be the masculine in this scenario, whether you're male or female. Aries, I feel that, you know, you guys may actually be the masculine energy, and that when they're talking about their intentions, they're wanting you to take the reins a little bit, and that they are the actual feminine energy in this scenario. You know, I am feeling that now that I've gotten both energies popped out. Okay, so with the feminine energy there, it can also be talking about, you know, being aware of that masculine versus feminine energy and trying to come around things a little bit softer. But I feel that whoever the feminine energy is within the connection there, they are actually, you know, I feel like they're following this cross card. Okay, so the cross card is a lot of the time it is about simply trusting in God or trusting in the universe or whatever you believe in or they believe in. It's literally about sort of, you know, trusting and letting go. So I feel like that, yes, the feminine energy is sort of wanting to just trust and take things as they come and sort of leave things up to this masculine energy to take the reins a little bit. So obviously, like I said, you're going to know the best which energy matches which person in your particular connection there. But the cross card can also talk quite a lot about you know, a spiritual or religious connection, you know, between the two of you as well. When I do see it come out in these sorts of readings, it does generally sort of say that that connection is actually between the two of you. So you might both have some spiritual beliefs that are along the same path, or you might be literally the same religion, those sorts of things there as well. So you might have a very similar outlook when it does come to what you guys believe in on a more religious level as well. It feels like, yeah, it actually is coming across as something that's hugely important in your person's energy here, the cross card there. So it is actually quite important to them. So, you know, I do feel that whatever their religion is, even if it is different to yours, you know, I haven't got to the advice section yet, but that is going to be some advice for you. I feel that, you know, they do have quite a strong, you know, belief system and religious system. So there is that necessity to sort of respect that in the physical world as well. Okay, and with action headed your way, okay, we are seeing the garden card yet again. So my light is shocking today. That's a bit better, I think. No, maybe not. But that's the garden card there. You can see the imagery is quite different to that one there, you know, but they are both the garden card, and that there is the sun card as well. So when it comes to actions that your person is taking, you know, when I'm saying they're thinking about wanting to meet up, that is a possible action that they're wanting to sort of, yeah, put into action. Actually want to meet up with you and see you or whatever, or you know, take you out somewhere a little bit more social or things like that, you know. But with the sunshine there card, I'm kind of getting that vibe of, yeah, let's get out in the sun and do something together. That's kind of what that sort of vibing as a little bit there. But the sun card is actually one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, especially as an action. They're really wanting to bring this connection into the light, so to speak. It talks so much about happiness and warmth within the connection. So as an action, it's like it really does bode well for the future, for you, for the connection and you both. You know, so your person is definitely in a positive sort of mindset about the connection and really wanting things to, yeah, come out into the light and be happy, you know. So that's definitely a positive for their actions there. And like I said, with that double garden, definitely could possibly, you know, they are bringing that from their heart space. They're thinking about it, and we're seeing it now following through into the actions as well. So definitely the opportunity there to, you know, even if they don't actually, like I said, with that intention there of the masculine energy. So if they don't pop on out and invite you out somewhere or tell you they want to meet up with you or something like that, go ahead and you know, lead the way for your person there. You know, now is actually a really good time for you guys to be, yeah, meeting up and spending some restful sort of more social time together. So whatever social time means to you guys, like getting outside and adventuring, or even just sitting at home quietly and just chatting, whatever that sort of means for you guys, it really does bode well for physical meetings at the moment, and those sorts of things. It would go quite successfully, I feel, at this time. So I'll grab you a oracle for that section there. So Aries and their person in the reality, please. Oh, they're not wanting to shuffle either way today. These cards can be quite tricky sometimes. They're just a little bit too big for my hands. Maybe that's why I need that I've got an Aries moon, so maybe I need that masculine to come on in and help me shuffle cards. Get those big masculine hands onto it, hey? Okay, so we have the Kitsune card there that's the Shapeshifters Oracle deck. Okay, and so that says, I will show you who to trust. So I feel like that is sort of, in the reality, it's really giving you that guiding light. And I feel like that blends with that Sun card so much, as well as having that extra meaning there. Like I did say, there is that strong element of at the moment. In reality, your person is really sort of letting go and letting their trust in God or trust in the universe to sort of take control for them at this current time. So I feel that that's what they've obviously been guided to do with that, I will show you who to trust. So, that really does have that sort of spiritual element to it as well. So that's a really beautiful card. As you can see, look, isn't it gorgeous? I absolutely love this deck. They have some of the cutest little imagery there. So yeah, this is supposed to be a fox. It does look quite like a dog in this deck, but it is a fox energy. So as anyone who's watched my readings, I do quite talk about the fox card quite a lot. And I have mentioned that Kitsune energy in the past, the little Japanese story there about the fox that shapeshifts into a woman. So once again, too, I feel like, that feminine energy, really, she's just, whichever one, like I said, I don't want to actually gender it. I'm just saying that feminine energy there, really wanting to sort of let go and trust in God. That's just, it just keeps sort of repeating through my mind every time I look at any of those cards there. So I'm pretty confident that that's sort of what's going on, is whichever the feminine energy is in the situation, that they are just sort of wanting to let go and just go with the universe and let the universe guide things for a while. So it really gives the masculine within the connection the opportunity to step up and lead the way, and the feminine's happy for them to do that. So quite an interesting reading so far, guys. But I'll grab you some advice for you yourself. So advice for Aries with their person, please. And physical world advice for Aries, please. Oh. Okay, so in your heart space, Aries, I am seeing the mountain and the snake. Okay, so in your heart space, I am seeing that, you are feeling a few little challenges when it does come to this connection, because the mountain can talk about challenges and obstacles or delays within the connection. But there also is a strong message reminding me to let you know about, sometimes, climbing up that mountain can be quite hard work. But once you do get to the top of the mountain, you can see your way clear and you can get back down the other side smoothly. So sometimes it's worth putting in the hard work, to get to the top of the mountain. There's no, there's always so many opportunities at the tops of these mountains, more than what, if you'd still struggle going around the mountains. So you may as well put in a bit of hard work and get to the top, and then be able to see for miles and miles, where you're off to from there. Sometimes it really is worth hard work, I feel, is the advice for you there. So even if you are feeling like there is some delays or challenges within the connection, I feel like Spirit's kind of wanting to let you know that it's worth the hard work at this point. Now, I have just having a look there. I'll just double check whether the okay, so I've got on the table there with the sun, that could be a Leo placement. The mountain could actually be a Capricorn placement. And I think a Scorpio placement coming through here with the snake as well. I can't really see any other placements coming through, but I just thought I'd let you know. So yeah, that can be a Capricorn energy as well. As we all know, Capricorns they're that goat that climbs up the mountain and then slides back down the other side with their little fishy tail. But yeah, it really does feel like it's just a little message for you to sort of to let you know that that the hard work that you feel like you're putting in is actually worth it, especially when your person's feelings are coming from such a loving sort of place. It does feel quite safe. And coming back, like I keep just getting all these cross messages today, coming back to, I'll show you who you can trust. So I feel like that's sort of talking about whoever this feminine energy is. You can actually trust them. They're trusting in God. You can trust them, and you can trust that hard work is going to sort of pay off there as well. And with the snake energy, like I said, that can be Scorpio energy. But I am actually just feeling with the advice with this particular card, it's sort of saying follow your true desires, and any temptation that comes up when it comes to this connection, maybe follow that. And also, there is a bit of a physical sex energy that does come along with that snake. As I say, it can be quite an ambitious and desirous sort of card, that snake energy. But it actually feels today that it's talking more about, like shedding that skin. Because we had the mask coming through, it really does sort of talk about shedding your skin and being your true self a lot more, I feel. Maybe that's what the hard work is, within your advice. It might be hard work to sort of shed this snake skin and be more vulnerable with your person, but I feel that sort of hard work is going to be worth it, and it will pay off in the bedroom too with that snake card. But then in the reality advice there, we do have the ring. Okay, so we are seeing some really positive advice for the connection with that ring card coming through. It also does have the tower here as well, which the tower is one of them cards that it can mean quite a few different things. So it can talk about, somebody from your past, or somebody who's older than you. So if your person is older than you, that might be all that's sort of talking about for you there. But it also can talk about, when it's talking about with relationships, with the ring there, it's talking about your advice is actually to focus on building a stronger foundation with this person. The stronger that you can build the foundation, the less likely the tower will fall. Okay, so I feel like that's sort of what it's talking about. As your sort of advice there, is to really focus on the foundation that you've built with this connection, and how can we strengthen that. And so maybe that's why we are needing to sort of meet up and spend some time together, so we can really strengthen that connection and bring it out into the light, and have that, that, because that can be like a totally happy ending, once you put in a little bit of hard work, and we do get a strong foundation with that connection, with the ring showing through, it does sort of show me that this does have the potential to be a very strong connection, going forwards into the future with both the heart and the ring on the table. This can actually, it does have the potential to have, to be a very strong connection. So, if you set your foundation strong, you definitely will be headed on the right path there as well. But yeah, that's your reading today, Aries. Let me know how that resonates for you. Like I said, being a collective reading, it may resonate slightly differently for different people and whatnot. You're more than welcome to check your other placements or your person's placements if you feel that it's a bit flipped over there. But also make sure you leave a comment, because sorry, getting so tongue-tied today. So maybe your person's a little bit tongue-tied, or you're feeling a bit tongue-tied at the moment. But I am running a competition so that when I do reach 100 subscribers, I will be offering a free personal reading. So make sure you comment on one of the videos so that you can go in the draw for that as well. But if this is where we leave each other, thank you for your time today, Aries, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks.